Let me this is not good lighting. Sorry about that. Um, I I just got home a couple hours ago. I was out of town for about a week, and I said, "Let me do a live stream." You hear the cat in the background screaming bloody murder? I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why she's so vocal right now, but we're gonna go with it. Um, yeah, my oh, you know what? Let me turn this light on. I forgot this was here. This is super bright though. I know that's super bright, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Um, Hi. So as you can see, I need a retwist. My hair is a mess. I've been swimming and doing all sorts of things over the past week. And so yeah, um, my hair is doing whatever it wants to do. Like there's a whole lot of new growth going on in here. Like a lot. It's crazy. And it's so dry. Because I was also without my moisturizer for the whole week. Because I literally just kind of packed the bag and left. Um, so anyway, have you ever done that? Have you ever like traveled kind of spur of the moment or last minute and just threw something in a bag and left, and then once you got to your destination realized you probably didn't have everything that you needed? Or am I the only one? Is it just me? Only me? Okay. If it's only me, that's fine. Um, I'm gonna hold on. Let me turn my AC back on because I'm getting a little warm, and I felt like I needed to turn it off because it's nighttime, and the temperature dropped. But now I'm like, okay, with this light in my face, I need to put it back on. Hold up. BRB. BRB. I'm not going far. You can still hear me. Don't worry. But I need to put this back on. Okay. All right. So I figured I would do a live stream just because I haven't done one in like over a week. And also just to like catch up with y'all and say hello and let you know what's been going on with me. Like I said, over the last week. Oh, first of all, let me say hi to Dave Tao. Hey, Dave Tao. Hi, the cynical one. Hi, UFO Kamikaze One. Um, and everybody else who taps in, whether you're watching live or your replay gang. I know it's kind of late, but my sleep pattern is not regulated right now. So we're just going to roll with that because I've been staying up a lot later than I normally would. And I figure why not use that to my advantage and do a live stream because I'm back home, back in Jersey, being in Virginia for the past week. And by the way, I cut myself while I was in Virginia twice. Two different cuts. You probably can't see that. I cut my thumb and I cut my middle finger too. But I'm a bit of a klutz, you guys. Like I can't be trusted with sharp objects. I really can't. Like if there's a cut to get, I'm gonna get it, unfortunately. Don't he said I look, BGS said that on a live stream. And so, or maybe it wasn't BGS. Maybe somebody said it on his live stream, something like that. So I was like, I'm going to take that and use that as a caption. That was where that came from, in case you were wondering. Like, but I am also built like Gumby. I definitely am also built like Gumby. Cynical one can relate. She says, I'm super clumsy. I appreciate you saying that because some of us are just out here. Like, okay, I'm gonna do this real quick. Don't don't be alarmed. Okay. So you see, wait, let me pull this down a little bit. Okay. Well, no, you can't see it. Or maybe you can if I do this. I have so many mosquito bites on my leg, guys. Like you can't see it in the front here. I've got two, and then I've got look all up and down my leg, on my ankles. Like it's not cool. Like I went to Virginia and all the mosquitoes were like, "Hey, girl, we like your legs." Mosquitoes were like, "I like your legs." I got one on my arm back here. See that? I got one on my arm, but they tagged my legs up, you guys. Tagged me up. But I'm not mad at it because I had a good time. So, you know, summertime mosquito bites kind of go hand in hand, right? It's kind of a thing. Um, so I'm not mad. Yo, me neither. I've never broken a bone either. It's crazy because like I will bang my limbs up against things all the time and like I'm always knocking my shins up against things. Like it's almost like I don't realize how long my legs are or something. I don't know. I can't really put my finger on it, but like if I have to step over something or if I have to um, you know, extend my leg, I I somehow miscalculate that more times than not and my shins tell the story. So yeah, I'm very clumsy, but I am surprised that I've also never broken a bone. I'm quite surprised at that, but knock on wood because we don't want to break any bones. We're not. That's let's not. I know the curtains, the artwork, the calendar, the light. It's just a lot going on in my makeshift bedroom back at my mom's house. But anyway, um, like I said, I just wanted to do a live stream. Yeah, let's not jinx. That's why I knocked on wood because I'm like, let's not jinx ourselves. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of check in and say hi and let everybody know I'm doing okay. I was over on Artisan MC's live stream on Sunday. I joined the panel like late into the show and I really enjoyed myself. So that's why you see Gratitude Gal, because I'm grateful for conversations like the one I had over there. If you're not subscribed to Artisan MC, do yourself a favor and go check him out because he does a Sunday show every Sunday, but he does lots of stuff in between. Um, and I like what he does over there. But yeah, we just were having a really good conversation. One that well, I hadn't been over there in a long time, and I haven't really been on anybody's panel in a while, to be honest with you, because y'all, life was life in. And in June, I was just a mess. I was a mess in June. Like moving back home um was sobering, but also like I had to confront some things that I had run away from when I moved to Texas that were just waiting on me. They were just waiting on me and they were like, "Hey, we didn't forget about you. You still got to come deal with us." Hi. What you doing? Are you busy? Come here. We got some stuff we want to talk to you about. And like my emotions were like, "Okay, girl." You hear the cat? Callie. And she's not in heat. I know that's what it sounds like, but she's not in heat. I think she's just looking for attention, to be honest. I almost want to see if I bring her in here, will she stop doing that? But anyway, yeah, June was crazy, y'all. Um, y'all haven't heard from me for a while because of that, but also just because like I've been trying to get back on my feet. I've been trying to get back to a place of comfort, and I've been mostly uncomfortable for the past few months, to be honest with you. Um not just June. Started earlier this year. But anyway, I digress. It's hard to kind of go back and tap into that because I'm moving past it now. And I don't want to go back there. I just have you ever gone through something and you're just like, all right, I'm gonna sit with this and process it, but I never want to feel like this again. That's basically what my June was like. If I could sum it all up, it was basically like feeling like, okay, I got I had this, I dealt with this, I felt this, I worked through this, but I never want to go through this again. I never want to feel like this again. That's the gist of how June went for me. Um no, I am not in Dallas anymore, Dave Tao. I am back in New Jersey because Texas was like, "Oh, we don't like you. Why are you here?" Texas was like, "What are you why do you keep trying to make fetch happen?" Texas was like, "Girl, get out. You've overstayed your welcome." And I was like, "What do you mean I've overstayed my welcome? I don't get it. I thought I was doing okay. I thought I could stay. I like the weather." I was just like in total denial about like the fact that this was not working. And I was determined. I don't want to say I was in denial because it's like I'm pretty self-aware, but like I really was trying to make fetch happen. And Texas was like, Texas was like, absolutely not. Texas was like, what are you doing? No. And I was like, but yes, why not? And Texas was like, no. Yeah, yes, we have space, but not for you. Texas was like, but actually, Texas was like, could you just? And I was like, I don't wanna. Until I got to the point where it was like, oh, I'm not supposed to be okay. All right, I'm gonna just, you know what, Texas, you can keep my furniture, you can keep half of my wardrobe. I'm just gonna head out. It's not you, it's me. And I left. Came back to Jersey, cried all of June, went to go visit my friend for the uh, holiday, and just came back today. So no, I did not crash Indigo Flow's cookout, even though I wanted to. I did go to a barbecue though that I had a really good time at, and so I don't regret that. What's up, Better You? Good to see Better You in the building. Shout out to Better You. And Trell Bentley, always shout out to you, Trell. And yeah, you do. You just keep going, and that's what I did, and I'm still doing it, even though like I have no idea what's next for me. Um, Still trying, still doing, still trying. Indigo Flow, what's popping? What's popping? Um, I came home today and in true Jersey girl fashion, went right to the halal spot and got me some chicken because I did not stop all the way on the drive back and I did not eat much today. All I had was a smoothie and like a bag of chips on the ride. Like that's all I ate. And water, of course. But I got home and I was like, all right, I'm hungry, but I don't really want to cook. And then, but the time that I pulled off of the parkway was after 8 p.m. So I was limited in my options, but the halal spots, they open a little later than everywhere else. Thank God. So I went and got some chicken from the halal spot. Um, I did not get a kill breast. I got some chopped chicken from the halal spot. What's up, Mr. Shug, to you? And I came home and made myself some rice and, some onions and mushrooms because you got to have a vegetable. I'm not basic, so I don't want my meals to be basic. I always got to have, like, a protein, a starch, and a vegetable. Like, I just got to have all three of those things on my plate at the very least. Sometimes it's multiple of one thing, but whatever. I digress. I haven't had rice in a whole week. So that was the thing. Like, I was craving rice, but I didn't want the halal spots rice. If y'all know, y'all know. If y'all know, y'all know. It's no shade to the rice at the halal spot. It's not like that don't be hitting when it needs to, but I make a better pot of rice. So I came home and made myself some rice and sauteed some vegetables to go with the chicken that I bought. Because when it was funny when I went in there, I asked him for just chicken, and he was like, "Chicken, like the platter," and I was like, "No, just chicken." And he was like, "Oh, you want some salad?" "No, just chicken." And then he was like, You want some white sauce? I was like, no, I just want chicken. He was like, well, how do you normally get it when you get it? I said, well, I normally do get the platter with the salad, but this time I'm gonna go home and make my own rice. So I just want the chicken. So anyway, I paid $10 for a container of chicken. It was great. You know, the halal chicken is always good. It never misses. It's always a hit. It's always what you need it to be. Yes. Shout out to Halal Spots. Rice is delicious. I'm so glad you're on the same page with me about that, Dave Town. Cause yeah. What do you mean? How long has it been? The cynical one? Is it because you're not local? Because if that's the case, I get it. Yo, are we related? Because I feel like we have a lot in common. Like just on this live stream alone, I've been feeling everything that you've been saying. Like, and I feel like I'm risking sounding like a broken record by saying me too yet again. Because I'm not really a sauce person either. I do not like any of that sauce. I don't like any of the sauces they have there. I don't like hot sauce, never have. I tend to like creamy white sauces, but for whatever reason, I don't want that sauce. Like when I get gyros or gyros or however you pronounce that, I've always pronounced it gyros. When I get gyros, I do get sauce on those. Um, but I don't typically like to put sauce on like a platter of food. I feel like it's silly. Like if you can't season the food, just say that. But don't try to season it later by putting sauce on something that's bland. I don't know. I don't know. I'm probably overthinking it. But if I'm gonna have a sauce, I'd rather it be a sauce that I made to go with something to, like a gravy, for example. The other night I made Salisbury steak. So I made gravy, but I didn't cook the Salisbury steak in the gravy. I put it on there on my plate. Does that make sense? Because I'm not one of those people who likes her food to be swimming around in sauce. I like to have things uh just so. I'm a little picky. A little picky. I just like my food the way I like my food. Charles said he doesn't really do sauces either. Cool, cool. This is a sauce-free zone. This is a judgment-free, sauce-free zone. Oh, she says I don't live in a major city. That's what it is. Got it. Got it. Yeah, I like tzatziki sauce. I do like that, but I don't think that that's what they have at the halal spot. I feel like it's a different kind of white sauce. Am I wrong with that? Because I feel like tzatziki has spice, well, flavor to it, whereas this white sauce is kind of just like a generic, like it wants to be ranch, but it's not quite ranch. I don't know. Whatever. I'm just not a fan of it. It's just not my thing. But I do like tzatziki. Yes. Hi, Mr. Me Too. Hi. He said, my bad evening, guys and gals. No, you did it right. You greeted me first. Greet me first when you come over here. I love that. I'm not a fan of chicken Alfredo or penne alla vodka because I'm not really into cream sauce. Okay, see, okay, that's where you and I break off. That's where we break off, sis, because I love a creamy white sauce on pasta. As a matter of fact, whenever I make a bolognese, I put heavy cream in it because I like it to be creamy. I don't like a straight up tomato sauce. Somebody's gonna be mad at me for saying that, but it's what I like. He said, you got to let the juices of the patty cook into the gravy, though. Well, see, this is what I do. I cook the patties and then I take the juices from the patties and throw it in the pan and then I make the gravy with that. So I'm still getting that same effect and I'm still transferring the flavor from the patty onto or into the gravy. It's just that I tend to like my meat dry until it's time to put it in my mouth. And I know that sounded like it needed a pause, but because I'm a woman who's heterosexual and likes chocolate bars, I'm not gonna pause it. Um, yeah, I only like creamy salad dressing. I like oily ones too that I make. I don't like buying them. Like I love a Tuscany balsamic, girl. A Tuscan balsamic vinaigrette, homemade with just the right amount of honey. Good, good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, we do share a lot of similarities. It's almost weird. But I feel like that's also kind of like what happens when you show up online and you like frequent some of the same spaces. You start to realize like, okay, these people are my tribe. We get along, we see eye to eye or whatever. And even if we don't, it's kind of like, oh, but I look forward to hearing what she has to say about this because I respect her opinion on XYZ, whatever. I feel like that I feel like the algorithm also speaks towards who we are. It's not just the things that we like and what we watch. It's also like who we are as people that comes through. If you let it. Just my opinion. So yeah. Oops. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to knock that down. Oopsies. Just right. Um yeah. See, she be knowing. There's a reason why people join certain spaces due to the similarities. Exactly. Now, I just try to be careful because I don't want to be like caught up in an echo chamber or listening to the same kinds of things all the time. I have my favorites and people that I return to a lot, but there's also, excuse me, I'm getting sleepy. There's also something to be said for stepping outside of that and kind of seeing what else is going on and what other people are talking about. So I try to do that a healthy amount as well. Um, yeah, so I am going to keep this pretty lighthearted for the most part, but I do want to express some gratitude before I move on to anything else. I'm super grateful for my friend in Virginia who opened up her home to me this past week and let me stay there, but also, sowed some seeds into me while I was there. Um, because when I came back to Jersey, she insisted that I come back to her place for the holiday, for the 4th of July holiday, because she knew that she would be doing a barbecue. But also, she knew that I wasn't working, and she's like, if you're still not working by then, come back down and see me and hang out and whatever. And I was like, ooh, I don't know, because I'm not working. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to swing that. You know, um, don't have disposable income at the time. And she was like, don't worry about it. I got you. And she did. She had me, and she got me there, and she got me back home. So expressing just an immense amount of gratitude to her for that, and being in a place that I love so much. Virginia has always been a good time for me, and every time I'm there. I feel like I'm at home. I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be. It just feels right. If you've ever been to a place where you like from the moment I started going there, because like when we were in college, I would go home with her sometimes. And like every time I went, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to leave. I want to come back. I want to live here. And I even tried to live there back in 2014 and 15. I only made it for a year, but yeah, I really liked it there. And so I was happy to go. And Artisan, I was just talking about you earlier. Um, Another reason of gratitude I have is because, and he doesn't know this, he doesn't know I was going to talk about this, but yeah, when I was over on your channel on Sunday, I'm really grateful for the warm reception that you gave me and that everybody on the panel had such nice things to say about me because, like I was saying earlier in this stream, I've been licking my wounds. And it's nice to have been seen by people who have never met you but get a pretty good idea of who you are and appreciate that. And that's how I felt being over there on your channel, Artisan MC, on Sunday. So I'm really grateful for that. I just want to express my gratitude right now, just for being seen and heard and made to feel like somebody who matters. Sometimes that's all people need. I was in Virginia Beach. I was in Virginia Beach. Shout out to 18th letter. I seen that picture that fighter posted of you. You need to post some more stuff of yourself because you are quite handsome, sir. Just saying. Shout out to Cooking with Thir Senior. Always good to see you. Really appreciate your support ever since my very first live stream, which I actually was just looking at the other day because it came up in my Snapchat memories. And it's been 3 years since my very first live stream. 3 years. Um, so yeah. He says it was nice to have you. It was genuine. Yeah, it was. It was. It was genuine. I can't be fake. I'm always gonna be genuine. Even like right now, like I'm sleepy. I'm just off of a 7-hour road trip, but um I'm always gonna be me because it's the easiest thing to be. I don't have time to put on airs and to try to be something else. Where everybody knows your name. Boom, boom, boom. And they're always glad you came. I was just saying this to my best friend. Like we were well, I was little when that show came on. And I just remember wanting to grow up and have a Cheers bar I could go to. Like, yeah, when I become an adult, I'm gonna go to Cheers and they're gonna know my name and there's gonna be, I'm gonna be like such and such. And I just watching it as a child, I aspired to have that kind of neighborhood hole in the wall or whatever to go to where everybody did know me and like they just expected me to be there. And because, you know, life was so rough that I needed to go have a drink I don't know. I didn't think about that, but I did want to have an experience where I could go to a bar like Cheers and sing that song and, you know, feel those feelings. Indigo Flow says, Virginia Beach is the place. That's where I go. Always felt like home. So you can relate. Yeah, definitely. And when I lived there, I lived in Ocean View, which is technically Norfolk, but I lived right around the corner from the beach. And so I used to be able to just go get my feet wet whenever I wanted to. I did that this weekend too. Um, I had a really good time. I met up with somebody at a cafe in Ocean View, and that was awesome. And I hope he's watching and I hope he hears this because I really enjoyed myself. I'm not gonna put you out there, but I really did enjoy it. Um 18 said, thank you so much. Yeah, you better post more. You better post more. Do that. Artisan says, I love that show. I try to make that everywhere I can. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, that's why I'm doing it now. Just because the more you practice gratitude, the more good things come in for you. And I know that, hold on, let me take a Snapple break. Snapple fruit punch. I forgot I had left one in the fridge before I left. So when I opened up the fridge when I got home, I was like, it's a guilty pleasure of mine because Snapple is really not good for you, but it tastes really good. And the fruit punch is my favorite. Okay. I miss the glass bottles though. But yeah, gratitude gal. I am super grateful for the people in my life, both online as well as in the physical. I'm super grateful for everybody who has uh, been supportive of me while I'm going through what I'm going through. I'm super grateful for everybody who has sowed a seed into me, whether it be through Cash App or a nice gesture, a text message, an email, a DM, whatever. Like I really appreciate it because sometimes that's all you need, yo. Like sometimes that could be the difference between you getting over the hump or staying slumped, you know? And I'm the type of person like I don't stay down for long. That's one thing about me. Like even if I'm bummed out, if I'm angry, upset, disappointed, those are emotions that I have and I've learned that I need to sit with a little bit longer, but I don't stay in too long, no matter what. Just because like I don't operate well in low vibrational energy, and those are all low vibrational things. But they're necessary. So, um, you know, working through all of that in the month of June and then getting back on track mentality wise um hasn't been easy, but I'm glad to say that I'm getting there. And we are now in my birthday month. This is going to sound really sad, but I'm not looking forward to it. For the first time in a long time, I'm not looking forward to a birthday. Like, I'm a birthday person, so into birthday celebrations. But this year, I'm just like not where I want to be. So I can't even think about celebrating because typically I'm in control of that. Typically, I'm like, I'm going to buy this dress, I'm going to wear this, and then I'm going to have this outfit change. And then the next day, I'm going to do that. And like, I have like a I like to have like a few things going on for my birthday and stuff to look forward to. But this year, I don't have that. Just don't. I'm not mad about it, because it takes a lot of pressure off of me. But at the same time, I'm gonna be really intentional about next year's birthday because I will not be in this place next year. 18 said, "Girl, you know we got your back." I appreciate that, and I do. I do know that. I do. And things will work out, the cynical one. They will work out. And yes, I am going to be dramatic first because I'm a Leo. And yeah, I'm gonna slide down a wall, I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna make a sarcastic self-deprecating jokes about my pain and agony. Yeah, all of the above. I'm gonna do all of that. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna share something with y'all. I'm just gonna send it to myself because I'm talking to y'all from my MacBook. I have my phone right here. But there was a reel I saw on Instagram earlier this week, and I sent it to a couple of people I'm friends with on IG because I knew they would be able to appreciate it in the same way that I appreciated it. But now that I'm talking to you guys, I feel like I should send it to y'all too. So hold on. Let me download it with my Instagram downloader because you know how if you send it to yourself, it might cut off or whatever. I don't know if y'all have ever experienced that, but happy belated birthday. Let's see. Did I just download it or not? Sometimes it'd be a little wonky. Oh, thank you. Indigo Flow just sent me a cash app. Thank you so much. Thank you for the cash app, Indigo Flow. These are all celebratory gifts for the cash app. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Not only was I not expecting it and I didn't hear the thing go off, but to look down and be looking for something else and see that, I was like, oh, thank you. I appreciate that so much. Um, wait. Banana Snapple? Okay, 18th. You're bugging. That Go Bananas was I did not like that. Not my thing. I mean, to each his own. To each his own. Definitely not my thing. Why is it asking me to log in? All right, I'm just gonna hold it up because that's annoying. I'm gonna hold it up. I don't know what happened to the banana Snapple, but I like apple. I like Snapple apple too. Mango used to be my favorite growing up, but I drank it so much that now I can't drink Mango Madness anymore. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Oh, you got some Leos in your life? I'm the 31st. In case anybody was wondering, July 31st, I close out the month. So, fun fact, growing up, I used to be so upset that my birthday was in the summertime because I never got to do classroom parties. And like, okay, I don't think enough of a big deal. I'm gonna play the video for you guys. I have it still up on my phone, but just let me get through this. I don't think enough is put on the fact that only children look forward to school because it's the only time we get to interact with other kids our age that we know on some level, right? And because I was a dweeb, dork, geek, nerd, teacher's pet, a lot of my classmates didn't really F with me like that because they were like, yo, you always got the homework done. You always got the answer. You always raising your hand. You always volunteering to read. You always doing more extra work. You always ahead of us in the class. All right. I get that now that that was why I wasn't anybody's favorite. But back then, I didn't have again, if I didn't have any siblings and when I went home, I didn't really have any neighborhood friends either. Um, my books were my friends. So I don't think we put enough on the fact that if you have a summertime birthday, you can't have a classroom party. And that's like that was a thing. I don't know if it's still a thing, but it was a thing growing up for me. Like I used to be so jealous of all the kids' birthdays that happened throughout the school year, and their parents would bring in cupcakes or whatever. I remember one kid, his mom brought in popcorn balls. I'll never forget that. She brought in like balls of popcorn, like on a stick. I don't know how they did that. No idea to this day. Probably wasn't any good for us, but loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Hey Maggie, she said late night with Toya. Yeah, I just figured I'd punch the clock, jump on in my splendor, my road trip splendor. And yeah, so here I am. He said, why you always breaking the curve? Yeah, that was definitely me. I was always the one like, who needs a curve when you actually studied or you know what the answer is? Like I was like, I want a curve. I want the real grade. I want the grade I earned. Till I got older and I was like, this curve thing isn't so bad. I'm not really mad at the curve. Not really mad at it. If the smartest person in the class only got a B, then the rest of us, I don't know. He said, it ain't my fault that I like to answer all the questions correctly. Again, if you're an only child, what do you have to do besides sit and read and answer questions and all right, so Trell, you feel me. He said his birthday was always during winter when there was recess. So he didn't get to have school birthday parties either. When I was in college, I did because I would do summer classes. Like I was a mentor, so I would be there for summer classes, but that's not the same. By then we were having alcohol. It's not innocent anymore. It's not all just about the cupcakes and the music. you know? But anyway, all right. This video is called Point of View, You've Been Kidnapped, but all you read is dark romance. Okay. I'm going to put a link to it in the chat. Actually, why don't I just pull up the link anyway and pull it up because that would be better than playing it for you from my phone. I want to deliver you guys a better experience too. I got to get better about doing stuff on StreamYard. I'm gonna get better about it. I'm a lot smarter than I probably come across on YouTube, but I'm also usually just doing an impromptu. I'm gonna paste the link here just in case you want to go watch it on your own time. Okay, nope, that's not what I meant to do. Sorry. That is a Twitter link, and that was not where I was trying to go. So let's try this again. I'm gonna pull it up in a tab here. I just think it's funny. And once you watch this, you're gonna be like, oh wow, Toya has a really dark sense of humor. And I don't care. Judge me. It's fine. I do have a dark sense of humor. I do. Okay, let me refresh this because I wanted to start from the beginning.
What else? I feel like I'm in an Uber. Okay, we're good. Let's go. I don't want to be annoying, but my stab wound is still bleeding. Do you want me to put down some towels or anything? Are you sure it's a nice car? Okay, well, Venmo me for the car wash. I mean it. Or you took my wallet, right? Okay, perfect. What is it about me that, like, caught your eye? My hair? Stop it. What else? I feel like I'm in an Uber, you know? 5 stars, please. I'm kidding. You'd give me 5 stars, though, right? There were, like, a lot of people at the park, too, huh? And you chose me. If you get tired driving, let me know. We can swap. Are we okay? Okay. Sorry, I was just, like, getting a vibe. We're good, though, yeah? I don't know. I would tell her. She's your wife, Greg. She's gonna love you no matter what, you know? Oh, you killed her. Okay. No, that makes sense. Wait, you're kidnapping another person? Okay, was it, like, something I did, or you promise? Okay. You kill me first, though, right? Okay. Do I turn, or... Oh, it's this abandoned warehouse? Cool spot. What's the rent like? Oh, sorry, that's intrusive. You don't have to answer that.
I just thought that was funny. Like, he's getting kidnapped, but he's making all kinds of small talk with this person and making it seem like it's jovial, even though you should probably be in distress because you're being kidnapped. I thought that was hilarious. And it was totally relatable because I definitely would be like that. That's I would be like trying to make the best out of a really terrible situation. And that's what dark humor does. The 18th letter says, speaking of dark humor, did anyone see the Drake Kendrick Lamar Saving Private Ryan animated scene? No, I haven't seen that. Put a link in the chat. I haven't seen that. Mina no. Hold up. What if I Google it? I'm gonna just type it and see. Oh, wait, wait, I think I found it. I think I found it. Hold on. I I don't think I understood that, but thank you for putting me on. I haven't seen that movie. Who was that supposed to be on the mic? Yeah, I I'm sure somebody else got it though. I'm sure somebody got it. That song still has me in a chokehold. I gotta listen to it every day. Every day. So yeah, oh, that's J. Cole on the bike. Oh no. Now that's funny. Thank you for telling me that because I didn't get that. Okay. That's funny. That's funny. Uh yeah, so good times, guys. Good times. All good times. The yams deserve a trophy. Please type a number in the chat and I will read the question and answer it. I've been jibber jabbering for 45 minutes now. I'm not going to keep you guys too much longer because there's other people live streaming right now that I would love to listen to. But like I said, I just wanted to come up and do a quick little live stream to check in and tell you guys I'm okay and update you on what I've been up to. I felt like my lips were a little too dry. By the way, if you don't already, go get you some of this Maybelline Lifter Gloss. I am not at all an influencer, but I have big lips and I do like a good lip gloss, and this lip gloss is the truth. I'm wearing Stone right now, but I also bought the Petal one, which is 009. This is 008. But yeah, the Lifter Gloss, you have a girlfriend that has lips that you like to kiss, get her some of this. She will appreciate it because not only is it like a really thick formula, but it's got a great applicator too. So I don't know if you can see how thick that is, but it's pretty thick. And I like a thick lip gloss because I need it to coat my lips in addition to moisturizing them. And it's not sticky. It's just smooth. It's just smooth. And I didn't have to put on a lot. You saw that. So anyway, yeah. Get you some of that. I love Ami Colay's lip gloss as well, but it's like $20 a pop, like $22 a pop. And right now that's not in the budget. So I had to get me some affordable drugstore lip gloss. And this is really great. Really great. And I know it's small, like the glass around it makes it look like it's more than what it is, but it's still worth it in my opinion. Um, So yeah, on the last live stream I did, I went through some questions where I asked you guys to put a number in the chat and I would read the question and answer it. And so I'm happy to do that again. I think people liked it. I'm gonna keep doing it until I run out of questions, to be honest with you. So this will probably not be the last live stream that I offer to do that with. But I figured it would be a nice way to close out the stream, get to know me a little bit more. Because as transparent as I think I am, there's still so much that people who even know me don't know about me. Like my friend that I was just with, she didn't know that I minored in French. We went to college together, but she didn't know that that was my minor. And you guys may not have known that either, but yeah, I started studying French in middle school, took it all the way through high school, and then I minored in it in college. So ask me if I'm fluent though. Not quite, not quite, not quite. Je parle français, mais un peu. Okay. Maggie Thompson put 66. I thought somebody would do that. I figured somebody would. All right, so what I'm going to do is I have a Google document with all of them on here. And so when the number gets posted, I'm just going to paste it as a banner so that you guys can see the question as I'm answering it. So number 66 is, what fad or trend do you hope comes back? Hmm. Now, off the top of my head, my original answer would have been moon shoes. And when I say moon shoes, what I mean are basically the sneakers that actually already did come back in a different way, but like the thick soled, huge, chunky looking sneaker. I used to wear those in high school and I loved that. What was it, high school or middle school? Whenever the Spice Girls were out. Because I used to go to Steve Madden Baker's what was the other one? Signature? It was a few stores that I would go to and in the mall, and I would go all the time just to see if they had any new ones. So even though that trend already has come back, I guess what I would say as far as a fad goes that I would love to come back. Did cargo pants ever go out? Maybe that's not a good answer because I don't feel like those never went out. Think about that. What fad would I want to come back? Mm, you know what? Peer to peer music downloads. That I would love for that to come back. Bring back making mixtapes, like that used to be a vibe. Like on my drive home today, I pulled out my Case Logic. And so I was playing stuff that I haven't heard in a while. And one thing that I played that I really loved was I don't know if y'all remember Music Soul Child had a song called Buddy. And he did a remix that he had Heavy D on. Heavy D was on the remix to Buddy by Music Soul Child. And I say this often, but I really miss that man. When that man died, we lost a heavyweight, no pun intended, in the music industry. Yes. So I listened to that today. Out of all the songs I listened to today, that one stood out to me because I was like, oh man, I really miss Heavy D. And he really got on there and did his thing. He got busy on that song. And I don't know if that was, I have to Google. I have to Google on real quick because Buddy came out in 2007. And okay, he passed away in 2011. So yeah, that was recorded before he passed away. Cause that's what it had me thinking. Like he was alive still for that. But apparently he was. 4 years later he passed. But yeah, that song came out. Oh, Indigo Flow remembers that remix. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Buddy remix. But who has that? Like I'm somebody who has um CDs with stuff that was never widely released. And so, you know, see he has a Fat Joe and Ja Rule remix, but I had the Heavy D remix. Heavy D was on the remix I listened to today. But again, that's what peer to peer file sharing did for us. It gave you access to songs that you would never have had. And if you were from the tri-state area, the mixtape game was crazy here. You could go to multiple places and find mixtapes and get unreleased tracks that you would never find. But peer to peer made it okay. I like Louis C.K. I believe that. Every time I highlight your comment, though, I have to look at those cheekbones. Like Jesus, that is like a masterfully crafted face right there. It's kind of not fair. Moi aussi, je suis fatiguée. You can see it all over my face too. Got me waiting, anticipating. You got me thinking, I want your love. Yeah. Tell me your age without telling me your age, Toya. Okay. More Snapple. I'm trying to show you. Really, really want to know you. So yeah, that would be the fad or trend that I would hope would make a comeback because um I've just never liked streaming music. I like owning it. And although peer to peer is not technically owning it, um, at least I was able to, make mixtapes with it. And I just recently wiped the hard drive on my laptop that had music on it. I mean, I had so much music on that laptop, but June was all about letting go. So go of a lot of things I wasn't prepared to let go of, but it's okay. We're good. We're good. It's fine. Everything's fine. Nobody died. So yeah, if anybody wants to press another number in the chat, that's true, Indigo Flow. Not only that, but we would hear joints on New York radio that nobody else would hear. Big facts. Funkmaster Flex used to have the drop on everything too, because Hot 97 for a long time was the only hip hop radio station. And so if you wanted your record played in New York, you kind of had to go to Funk Flex. Like if you wanted to break it, if you wanted to play it, if you wanted the most ears on it, he had like a whole conglomerate of DJs too. So if you wanted it to play at the clubs, you still had to go through him. He said, I still keep saying blame my dad. Yeah, you do. You do say that. I've heard you say that before, or I've read you say that before. But I look, it stands out. The day that you change your avatar picture, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. If it's not showcasing those cheekbones. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know. But y'all know I change my avatar quite often. I don't know what that says about me, but I do. I change it quite often. If you looked at the thumbnail for this live stream, you would have noticed that it was a photograph that was taken by someone that is actually a professional photographer. And so that's why it looks so fancy. But I really liked that picture. But yeah, so since no one else is putting a number in the chat, I'm gonna go ahead and bring this to a close. I'm really appreciative of everybody that came to visit while I was live, but I'm also appreciative of whoever is watching in the replay game. Um, Shout out to Indigo Flow for sponsoring this live stream. Shout out to you, for real. Big shout out. Like big dance, big shout out. Genuinely excited over here. Totally appreciate you. Like this is how I feel on the inside. I just can't do that right now because I'm a little sleepy. But really appreciative of everybody coming through and playing along and listening to me babble. Mr. Z and I have a show coming up for you guys very soon. I think we're gonna do it on his channel. But I will keep you posted on that. Look forward to before the end of the week, I'll probably upload a short where I juxtapose everything from my past week and just give you kind of a glimpse into the shenanigans. And I rock with you too. I rock with you too. Um, so yeah, I will see you guys again soon. And you know how I like to end my streams because I really do mean it. He said I took a nap afterwards, so I'm wide awake. Yeah, it's 10 minutes to 1 here on the East Coast. And so I think now is a good time for me to go ahead and bring it on down. I'm going to go chase my Snapple with some water before I get in the bed. But as always, I love to say to you guys, peace, ease, and whatever you please, because I really, really mean that. Prioritize your peace, do it with ease so that you can get to whatever you please. And thank you for watching.